Now that I've gone over what causes flat earthism, it's time to delve into what actually happens to you once you've got it. Believing that the earth is flat isn't simply that. It comes with a certain set of attitudes and behaviors. This isn't just the symptoms of the disorder. These are things that completely change a person's outlook and personality. Let's begin with the most important one, because its shadow dominates all of the others. Hostility. Flat earthers have a serious tendency to lash out. If you take a look at the Facebook pages for NASA or the International Space Station, you'll find a lot of angry emojis, insults, and cursing like sailors from these cultists all the time. They really seem to be angry about something. Let's take a look at my old debate with Maximus Fake Namius, and listen carefully to the way he behaves toward me after met with some resistance. And pilots have no ability whatsoever to figure this out, but you did?
There's plenty of people that have figured this out.
But
look
no
at the
pilots.
Google
I've
metrics.
Never seen a pilot speak.
I'm a pilot. I fly a paramotor.
Do you fly for an international airline?
I do not speak for all international islands.
Can you give me the words of one pilot who flies a
I'm
passenger liner?
No, I can't speak for somebody. If you'd like to find somebody that thinks that and call them up and ask, we can.
They don't exist.
I don't know
That's
anybody.
my point. There's no pilot who flies for a passenger airliner who believes this crap.
This crap.
Yes.
You know, we went from having a very nice tone in our debate to all of a sudden calling things crap. What happened to respecting everybody's ideas? Or is that your cognitive dissonance kicking in?
I'm so sorry you're offended by the word crap. Move on. Grow a spine. What do you want from me?
Wow. Okay, so what?
Yeah, what? Like you're stopping the debate now. You're stopping the debate now because you're offended by the word crap. Shut up and get back on point.
Don't tell me to shut up on my own show. Laugh like a little girl, too. What happened to your Canadian manners? Aren't you sorry?
It really didn't feel to me like he was legitimately upset about me calling his beliefs crap. Don't get me wrong, it was rude, but his reaction was so over the top that it just felt like he was looking for an excuse. So I didn't back down, and once he was met with that resistance, he immediately went into ad hominem attacks. And it goes on from there.
What you fail to see is if you would have dug into your conspiracies a little bit further, Junior, you would have found out that's what you do in your text conversations. I'll be more than happy to provide that on the Objective Thinker.
Oh, I'd love to. The ones where you get all pissy because I call you a dick. Sure, yeah, I'll cut that into my video as well. Hey, will you fucking relax? So
you can't even pronounce the name of it.
So you've already seen it.
What's the name of it, Kevin? Pronounce the name.
Of what?
Of the lake in Louisiana. The power lines. You can't even name it.
Lake Pontchartrain.
Lake Pontchartrain Causeway.
Lake Pontchartrain. Let's take another look at our old pal Jism. Oh, sorry, Jeranism.
You can either believe that we have a remote control vehicle on Mars, a planet out in space, like the red dot in the sky, actually sending photos 140 million miles in seconds or minutes.
When he's let off his script leash and allowed to roam free with footage of space exploration in hand, you can hear the vindictive tone and anger in everything he says.
A planet out in space.
What? No.
You hear that tone? Not the words, but the tone? A planet out in space? Who would believe in such despicable things as space? He almost sounds like one of those people in sitcoms who spit when they hear the name of a neighboring rival town or something. Space? Bah humbug.
Sorry, not biting. I'm calling out bullshit. You're all thieves and a bunch of liars, and you like to dance around in your theoretical brains and pretend math is reality.
You're all thieves. You're all liars. He's leaning heavily on these words for two reasons. First, to reinforce the injustice complex his followers need to feel, and second, because he hates anyone who believes in space. Just listen to him.
You're all thieves and a bunch of liars.
Now, what other boils appear on the mental flesh of a flat earther? Another common one is paranoia. This is essential to the entire conspiracy, baked into a flat earther's mind with every YouTube video they watch. It all hinges on the entire world being involved in a massive conspiracy to deceive us about the very ground we stand on. If one can believe this, the mind will run wild. You will find, without fail, that every flat earther also believes in at least one of the following: chemtrails,
Chemtrails. Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. Chemtrails.
the theory that planes are spraying poison gases over the populace, vaccines causing autism, the 9/11 conspiracy, the moon landing, which is a requirement for flat earthers, black helicopters, the dreaded military vehicles that precede some sort of deep state agency, artificial disease theories, such as the incredibly insulting claims of AIDS denialists, and always a classic, the good old Jews control the world conspiracy. Of course, flat earthers would be paranoid. If the government could pull off faking the shape of the planet, their powers would be seemingly limitless. Now let's see some evidence of this paranoia. Take it away, Maximus. Yes.
So what are you clicking? Let me ask you, what are you clicking on right now? Because I don't feel the need to be typing or clicking right now. What are you doing over on your end?
Why is that relevant?
It's very relevant.
What is it relevant to?
I asked you a question. Why can't you answer? It's a debate. It's a fair question.
Not really. It's irrelevant.
No, it's a very fair question.
It's completely irrelevant, and you can't explain how it is. And if you cannot, then
I can explain how it is because I can hear you clicking and typing, Kevin.
What's your point?
So what are you doing?
Why do you care?
Like,
what does it matter to the debate? It does not matter to the debate.
I don't know. Are you like searching Google for questions? Are you taking questions from Twitter? Are these even your questions?
Perfect paranoia is perfect awareness.
Well, I want to know who I'm debating. Am I debating all of the internet? Am I debating Kevin Kennedy from Canada?
Dude. I have a fucking folder on my desktop full of text documents and a handful of images. That's what I'm clicking through.
Okay. So, and then let me ask you, are you a Freemason?
Paranoia. No.
No. Are you part of any other secret organizations?
No.
Or secret societies?
No.
Okay. Just want to know who I'm talking to.
My personal favorite is the part where he thinks I'm actively Googling questions or polling Twitter, while my desktop shows that I'm clearly not. Another common attribute is the hatred of NASA. This extends to space agencies in general, but some real loathing is reserved exclusively for NASA for some reason. I assume this is because they are the most public and visible agency, allowing conspiracy theorists a large amount of footage to filter through in order to find the 3 seconds that they think proves it's all a lie. As a result, what we get is behavior like this.
That readiness poll, and I understand that the peanuts are going to be passed
Oh, the
in there pretty
peanuts?
soon?
The peanuts!
I believe that's the idea, yeah. We'll be passing around the peanuts very soon after that. For those of you who don't know, the JPL peanuts are a tradition that gives us a little bit of extra luck
The peanuts!
on our critical
Yes!
events. So if anybody out there
Land
wants
on
to
Mars
join in on
with
peanuts
the
and
peanuts.
give us some extra good...
Doesn't this sound like the ramblings of a crazy person? Like somebody watching a political show that they hate and yelling,
Him! I hate him! He comes out every time, and he comes out, and he goes, no, make it go away.
Another place to find evidence of this blind hatred is on Facebook. To really demonstrate this, I'm going to do something a little different here. Alright, so I'm recording, so the point of this, check it out. NASA's right there in my search history. Just going to do this live so that we can see exactly what's going on here. So we got 49 comments on their most recent post. Station SpaceX managers set Dragon release for Sunday afternoon. So the Dragon capsule is a storage capsule that goes up to the ISS to send supplies and whatnot. And its release was delayed, I think, due to the government shutdown. But here we are. Look at that. Third comment. Hashtag fake. Am I the only one who hates fake world? I think that's a flat earth comment. This is just more pretty CGI fakery. Nothing new to see here, folks. And then the exact same comment from somebody else. Isn't that interesting? And NASA will blur out any findings. That's a conspiracy theorist reference, just a bit more of a subtle one. Let's see, what else do we got here? Well, that's it for now. Well, that's surprisingly tame. But the much more unfiltered page is the page for the International Space Station, because you're actually allowed to post images and links and things like that there. So they posted the same thing, so let's go down one. So here's an article about Dragon's return to Earth being delayed. That's a conspiracy theorist comment, though you wouldn't know it. there's me. What else do we got here? Wow, not one single knucklehead banging on about it all. Oh wait, no, that's an anti-conspiracy theorist one. Nice, that's awesome. Well, they appear to be quiet on the ISS page right now, but as you saw, they're quite active on NASA's page. Oh no, did you develop flat earthism? A quick test. Tell me what you see here.
Oh, that was beautiful. Awesome. Nice.
What was that? Was it A, a video of the International Space Station transiting past the moon, or B, a video of a government drone flown at low altitudes to fool people into believing there's an International Space Station? If you answered B, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're displaying a common symptom of flat earthism: confirmation bias. You watched this video, and you made so many assumptions that you can't support because you desperately want to see proof for your claim. Never mind the fact that the moon up there looks awfully three-dimensional, doesn't it? Not like a flat projection on a dome at all. No, the station is a drone. The world's most non-aerodynamic drone that never needs to come down to refuel or be maintained and can be spotted around the world without fail 24/7, 365, including such minute details as approaching shuttlecraft. Do flat earthers know what the term leap of faith actually means? Next up, we have our old friend religion. Now I'm going to preface this by saying I don't intend to bash religious people by what I'm about to say. I myself am agnostic, and I have respect for all faiths who keep it to themselves. However, it is simply a true statement that most flat earthers tend to be religious. There's a few reasons for this. One is that the flat earth model tends to conform more to a reality in which humanity is being watched over by some sort of protecting entity, since it seemingly created this perfect snow globe for us to live within. That makes sense. Another reason is due to the difficulties in interpreting the Holy Bible. These are books written by barely literate monks and then translated, retranslated, screwed with, retranslated again, screwed with some more, and then retranslated once more for good measure. So of course, muddled in there are going to be some verses that seem to be kind of, sort of, if you squint really hard, indicating at a flat earth. Let's examine one or two from a man who once ripped up a children's science book in a department store, in public, in order to make an obscure point about indoctrination.
So here's this children's space book I just picked up in Target. If you're ever going to purchase a heliocentric book that is bent on teaching lies to children, all this ridiculous math that they put in here doesn't even make any sense.
Was that you that was here in Vegas?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm buying it.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
only way to buy a fake space book for children is to purchase it and rip it up before, just because you don't want children to have to get programmed with the alien invasions fake space stuff. The Earth is flat. Stationary and flat, and I don't know if you believe in the Bible, but there's over 200 verses that all corroborate this. Satan has deceived the whole world, so everyone believes that you can go to outer space and there's going to be aliens that can come here and they can communicate with them. They even have scientists come on Fox News and say, oh, there's aliens out there.
Hi, my name is Nathan Roberts, and I am the author of The Doctrine of the Shape of the Earth, A Comprehensive Biblical Perspective, which is available now on Amazon. Here are 216 Flat Earth Bible verses grouped into 23 themes that every Christian should know and study before ever discounting what God's Word has to say about the shape of His earth. Here we go. Theme number 1, Earth was created before the sun, Genesis 1:1-19.
Okay, so Genesis 1:6 says, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Firmament is from the 4th century Vulgate word firmamentum, which is used as a translation of the Hebrew rakya. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This Hebrew word simply means expansion, and is not meant to be scientific, but observational, as the sky would seem to expand up and outward as they saw it.
Theme number 2, the universe is complete, not expanding exponentially, Genesis 2:1.
Genesis 2:1 says, "Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing." This presumably runs contrary to the scientific Big Bang theory. But does it? Could it not be that it took God 7 days to set up the conditions for the Big Bang, and on the seventh day, set it off and then kicked back and relaxed? Put on some Credence?
Pretty soon I'm singing, looking out my back door.
I don't think I need to go any further, as you surely see my point. And last, but certainly not least, the symptom of flat earthism that disturbs me the most is a complete and utter lack of curiosity. Flat earthers don't ask questions about the world they live in anymore. They propose that they do, and they reinforce this idea constantly throughout their videos. But this is a demonstrable lie. A good example of this can be found in my never-ending quest to find another flat earther who will debate me. I tell each of them, I simply want to sit down and have a rational conversation about the difference of opinion that we have. I don't want to fight with them. I did that already. I just want to talk to them. But they don't want to. They are so convinced that the earth is flat that they are not even able to accept the possibility of discussing it. I thoroughly believe that this is a mental defense mechanism. They don't want to debate because somewhere, deep down in their brain's heart, they know that they can be proven wrong. And if they do that, their entire worldview will completely collapse. The entire disorder hinges on it. They are not truth seekers. I have forever stated that I will believe in a flat earth if someone can prove it to me. I've never seen a flat earther say the same about the globe. Next up, treatments and cures, the grand finale. Is flat earth a plague? Or merely an evolved case of the sniffles? Who knows? Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, which is Dead Kennedy in Space. Thank you, and I'm out.
Over the next hill, beyond the horizon.
Find your place in space. Space is vast and unexplored. There's a lot of work to do.